Okay, we're back with the mobility routine that will hopefully get your heart rate up and let you sweat a little bit. Let's start with lateral flexion of the spine and then roll it down. Walk it out and walk it back in into a squat. Push open that left knee with that left arm, open the right arm to the sky, and then switch sides. Getting into those hips, walk into a down dog, and then walk it back. And then roll up, and we're gonna do that one more time. I am gonna turn to the side, hinge to the right, and side bend to the left, and then roll it down very slowly and walk it out to a plank. Walk it back into that squat. Left arm inside of left knee, pushing that knee open, lifting right arm to the sky. And then twisting to the left. And walk it to that down dog. And then walk it back and roll up. Okay, so we have 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. I'm going to try to offer different levels, whether I do so verbally or visually. Sometimes I'll show one version and then I will offer a different variation. So start by touching your toes, coming into a squat, reaching overhead, and then coming to stand. Squat, reach, and stand. You're going to do this 5 times, and then we're going to turn into frog jumps. If you do not want to jump, just do air squats. And we jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to stand again, touch your toes, bend your knees, reach overhead and stand. Pick up the pace a little bit now that you're familiar with this movement pattern. Okay, now we're going to move to the back of the mat. I will show the first variation where you're going to squat and then you're going to tap both of your knees to the ground and then come back to a squat and stand. And my modifier will stay at this version. In this next one, I'm going to move to a pistol squat. So pistol squat down, then come to a single kneeling position, then come back to a pistol squat and stand. Switch sides. Pistol squat, half kneeling, pistol squat, and stand. So with this one, you're just tapping that back knee versus tapping both knees. If you're super advanced, you may want to add a little hop with that pistol squat. Okay, that's that. Next, we're going to go into a curtsy lunge with a twist. So you're going to go like you're doing a reverse lunge, except that back foot is going to be kind of outside of the line of that front foot. And then touch opposite hand to opposite foot, twisting open at the thoracic spine. So we're getting into those hips, those ankles, that spinal mobility, while keeping it moving. Well over halfway done with this one. Okay, you're going to come to about the back or the middle of your mat in kneeling position. You're going to step up into a squat, and then you're going to drop to the ground like you're doing a burpee, and then hop back up to a squat, and then back to kneeling. Or you can go from kneeling all the way to a squat with both feet. That's a little bit more advanced version. You can also take out the burpee altogether. You can just go from kneeling to squat, back to kneeling, back to squat. I'm doing the version where I hop from kneeling to the squat, then down to the burpee, then back to the squat, back to kneeling. See, my modifier is staying with 1 foot at a time. Okay, we're gonna stretch it out, then we'll go to down dog, and then we're gonna move into a warrior 2 position and move from that into a Cossack squat. So lift your right leg high, step it through, right toes facing forward. The arch of your back foot would intersect with the front heel, and your hips are open to the side. So you'll be in warrior 2 and then sit back in that Cossack squat or Skandasana, or you can just move into a side lunge if you don't quite have the range of motion at this point to move all the way down your glutes towards your heels. If you can't do that, that may be a lack of hip mobility, that may be a lack of ankle mobility. So those are some things that you could explore and work on. Okay, take your hands down, move back to that down dog, and then we're just gonna do that all on the other side. So left foot, step it through, open up hips to the side, and you'll move to the back of the mat and then to the front. And just move back and forth through that. So really, depends on what you're wanting to accomplish with this workout today. Is this your actual workout? If so, you might want to approach it with a greater intensity. Maybe 15 minutes is enough for you. It may be all you have. Maybe it's a day that that's all you have and you want to get mobility in while getting your heart rate up. Or maybe you want to do it 2 times. Maybe you want to do it 3 times through. Okay, move to a 90-90 and then move it to more like a 45. You're going to come up to a kneeling, bring that back foot back, lift the back knee, and then you're going to do 4 split jumps. Option here to just do reverse lunges and then slowly lower. Take that slow. Kneel back up, right foot forward, lift the back knee, do 4 hops, and then swing that leg back around and then slowly lower, eccentrically working those hips. And then slowly lower. So swing that right foot around, lift the back knee, 4 jumps, 4 reverse lunges, then bring it back to start and then slowly lower. So really focusing on that eccentric with that lower. Lengthening and strengthening. Okay, bring that left foot in front, right knee up, hop 4 times. And you'll drop that right knee back down, swing that left leg back around, and then lower as slowly as you can. Just keep this going at your own pace. So another option here is to use your hands to support you from moving position to position. Help you keep your balance, help you have a little bit more support. So you're using those hip muscles, that glute medius, glute max to move you slowly down. Okay, we're gonna move back to a 90-90. So start by moving that left leg down. When you can't move it any farther without moving the right knee, then you move the right knee down. You're in 90-90. Now lift that right leg straight out to the side, and you're just gonna do 5 kicks while holding it out. Then you're gonna hold. Option here to lean over and use a hand for support on the other side. Now you're going to rise up on that front knee, reach behind you, just a little baby back bend, and then again, 5 kicks. Hold. Drop the foot, reach up and back. And again. And you see my modifier is using his hand to support him so he can lean over a little bit. Okay, rest, come back, feet flat. Now you're going to take that right knee down. When you can't move it any farther, let that left knee go and follow. Okay, lift and extend that left leg. I'm going to do that 5 times. And hold. Come up on that right knee, reach up and back. And again, left leg up, bend and straighten. Almost there. Hold here. And one more time, up and back. Okay, stay seated on the mat. Take your fingers, point them behind you. Your feet are flat. You're going to squeeze your glutes and your core and come up into reverse tabletop. Then drop your glutes as close to your heels as you can. And then come back to start. Lift up, squeeze, and then drop. So stretching the chest and then getting a deeper stretch here. You're engaging the glutes, your transverse abdominis. Getting a little bit of ankle mobility as you're moving your knees forward. Okay, let's do one more. And then hold that stretch. Just a few more seconds. You're going to come back up, turn your fingers to the front, maybe slightly outwards. Going to do 4 crab toe touches, opposite hand to opposite knee, keeping your core engaged, and then do 4 tricep dips. Go as slow as you need to go. You can take your seat down in between toe taps if needed. Or you have the option to speed it up. See how quick you can go while keeping your form, keeping your core engaged. Last 10 seconds. Next exercise, we're going to do plank ups, so forearms to full plank, and then you'll take your knee to your elbow or straight leg, and then we'll have an optional shift. So come up, right leg, left leg, come down, and here's an option to shift forward and shift back. It's not mandatory at all. So I'm using a straight leg, modifiers using a bent knee. We're both shifting forward and coming back. You can totally leave that out. Make sure your core is staying braced through this entire 50 seconds. So that does not just mean your middle transverse abdominis, but your entire core, pelvic bone to sternum. Okay, rest. We're going to move to the back. We're going to do a broad jump and then a reverse bear crawl back. So jump and then crawl back. You can take out this jump and just do a bear crawl forward and a bear crawl back. Or you can advance it by moving at a faster pace and really trying to stretch that broad jump out as far as you possibly can. Can you jump as far as you are tall? Okay, we have one more after this. We're doing 10 push-ups and then doing our prone chest stretch. If you can't do a push-up, instead of doing it all on your knees, I want you to watch me for the first one. Slowly lower down. Now drop your knees to support you to get up. Lift your knees and then slowly lower again. Okay, now I'm going to switch and I'm just going to do regular push-ups. Do 10, drop down, extend arms, and then twist over to one side and then to the other. And then push back up for 10 more push-ups. And then take your foot to the opposite side, stretching out that shoulder and that side of your chest, and then the other. Okay, that is it. Now it's time to stretch. Let's do a child's pose. So I'd really like for you to let me know in the comments below if you were able to do this at your level, whatever your level may be. Was it easy to modify, or do you feel like you needed something more advanced? Did you need something more beginner level? Just let me know below. Okay, this is a puppy pose. Hips over knees, taking your chest to the ground. Now I'm gonna push the floor away into a cat, then cow. Do that one more time each way. Okay, bring your legs through, sit down, feet extended out in front of you. You're gonna hinge forward with a flat back. Think about your belly button touching your legs before your chest, before your nose. So belly button, chest, then your nose. So you go as far as you can with a flat back, and then you hold that point. Okay, now we are just gonna open up into a straddle stretch, and then we're just gonna hold a static stretch. So walk it out, keeping your back flat. Go to that point where you can go. Resist the tendency to round your back once you get to your sticking point, but just hold at that place. Okay, walk it back in. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, and let's just do a side stretch to each side. And then hinge forward over your toes. And that's it.